Opening mail packs. The video where I open my mail as if it's sealed boosters because I forgot what I ordered. Hey, it's Leah here, and we've got a Card Kingdom mail pack today. So we got our Cat Kingdom playmat out. Probably Magic cards, because I don't think they sell anything other than Magic cards at Card Kingdom. Well, I thought they had gone back to the, I thought they had actually discontinued these plastic ones and gone to a cardboard solution, which I thought was a little bit environmentally better, but nope. Here we got a plastic one. I do try to reuse or recycle these plastic ones. They make great mini deck boxes. If you order enough cards from them, they're size up from this. Actually held perfect fitted jumpstart decks really well. So my whole jumpstart cube, here's my finger quotes, is all done in perfect fits in these little boxes. It's just in a 2-slot box. I like it that way. You just put them face down, you can shuffle them. So, what did we order from Card Kingdom? We have Necroduality in the double feature edition. This was one of the cards I really wanted out of double feature. And I also, about, I don't know, a month or more ago, took one of Seth's Against the Odds decks, or maybe it was some sort of feature deck on Goldfish where he was just necroduality zombies. I built it in Arena. It was pretty fun. I liked making all the tokens. This is going to be a nightmare to figure out on paper, but I wanted a copy like this so I could put it in an EDH deck that I also called Dark Mode, which is only white text on the card and very dark in the art and frame. So this card fits perfectly for that. Surprise, they go the other way now. Is it Card Kingdom token? Let's see if we're right now. Okay. Haze Frog was highlighted in a video probably 2 weeks ago. It's flash it out there. When it enters the battlefield, it fogs, which is kind of cool. So it's a fog frog. I got a nice shiny version, because I figured I would forget why I had this, so if I order it in foil, then I'll be like, yeah, I'm keeping it because it's shiny, and then I won't keep disposing of it and reordering it. Mizium Skin is also on that same excuse of we wanted the shiny version. It was also highlighted in a video a few weeks ago, but you can overload it. Target creature you control gets +0/+1 and hexproof until end of turn, so you could hexproof your battlefield if you suddenly needed to. Vengeful Pharaoh, I forget why was on a list. Maybe I was putting it in a deck or something? It's been on a list for a while. Really have no idea what I wanted with this. Whenever combat damage is dealt to you or a planeswalker, Vengeful Pharaoh is in your graveyard. Destroy target attacking creature, then put this on top of your library. Did I even follow that all right? Yeah? What an odd card. Maybe we'll put it in that zombie deck. Invoke Despair, this just looks kind of neat. I think it's the only invoke of Kamigawa I didn't end up with after opening some packs. That's about it. I'm betting there's some other Kamigawa cards in this pack now. I don't even know what this does. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. If they can't, they lose 2 life. And you draw a card. Okay, that was about to be bad. Then repeat this process for an enchantment and a planeswalker. So you could get 3 cards off an empty board. Sounds like a black thing. Greasefang. Okay. So of all the cards I wanted in Kamigawa, this is probably the number one card. So, interrupting this mail pack for a second to talk more about Greasefang the character. So, I got a lot of Greasefangs in the mail pack that, in the filming, I'm about to very excitedly talk about, well, knowing absolutely nothing about this character. I don't even have the pronouns right, which is like not even having the name right, which is pretty bad. So, I'm not sure what originally attracted me to the character in the first point, but I spent the weekend trying to do some research on the character so I could clear everything up about, just the character in general. If I'm this excited about her, it's a her. So, Greasefang is a her, and everything that Wizard has written is represented in this one paragraph captured on MTG Wiki. It's the same paragraph copied over from, I think they had a big top 30 or something list of legendary creatures that they wrote a little bit about, but this is all that's written. There's nothing in the story, there's nothing in the manga. I couldn't find anything else anywhere on the character. A short summary of the paragraph is that she is the gang leader for the, and I'm going to get a lot of words wrong here. I apologize for that, but Okiba Reckoners in Kamigawa. Reckoners are like a large group of gangs that live in the undercity of whatever the city's name is. I'm not totally sure on that. So the Reckoners are all split up into like sub gangs. So she's the Okiba Reckoners, which is the Nezumi only biker gang. So basically, the Nezumi are the rat folk of Kamigawa. So her history or lore is that she's highly protective of her other gang members. Anyone that needs to join the gang for family protection or whatever is welcome in the gang and will be protected. So, a fairly typical gang leader, but that's okay. I mean, if you didn't have fairly typical, you would never have any. So, I like the idea, but none of this lore makes sense with the card's ability. So the card's ability is seemingly to repair vehicles from the graveyard. So I guess we know two things about her. Maybe three. She's the leader of the gang, she's very protective of her kin, and she can repair vehicles like nobody's business. So I was thinking with the history, it should have said something on the card about something about rats. Oh, rats gain protection from the color of your choice, or I don't know. Something. The history doesn't make sense with the card. I like the card's ability. I think it's kind of cool. I like the history. I think that's kind of cool. But that's all we know about her. Just thought I'd stop in and clear that up. A foil alternate border Greasefang. We have... Oh, I was hoping there'd be more. Okay, well, we have a foil alternate border Greasefang. Good at us. Spirit Sisters Call. I don't know what this does, but it was both cheap and a mythic, so I probably just threw it in my cart. That's about it. That was probably the excuse. Here's a red land that I didn't own that was also pretty cheap, so I figured I'd throw it in the cart, and if it suddenly skyrockets for reasons unknown to me, at least I already picked it up. Silver Fur Master. I wanted some more Kamigawa Ninja rats. I like the rats and the snakes in Kamigawa. I don't know a whole lot about the plane, but I like rats and snakes. And Nashi Moon Sage's Scion. It's another kind of cool Rat. This does a lot, and I'll bet I just ordered it without reading it. So whenever this deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card for each player's library. Until end of turn, you may play one of those cards. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana value rather than its cost. Well, that sounds like some EDH fun. I could enjoy that. Lizard Blades. It said Lizard Blades, so I bought it. There's no other reason. It was a card that said Lizard Blades. Kaito? I don't know. This one's going to be hard for me probably to learn. But it seemed like a planeswalker in colors that I would enjoy that relates to ninja abilities that I didn't open, but I got the planeswalker token for in one of the packs. Didn't read what the token did, just thought I'd complement the token with the actual card and figure it all out later. Still plan to figure it out later. Still not going to find out what this does right now. Okay, good. More Greasefangs. Excellent. Not that I even have plans on what to do with this card. I just really wanted some of them. It's a green shrine. I think the green shrine might have been one of the colors I didn't open, so we'll just kind of complete that cycle. If I ever want to build a shrine deck, which is a terrible excuse because I haven't wanted to for a while and I don't see it coming up yet in my future. Blade of the Oni is another cheap mythic that I saw and said, well, I'll get it now because if I ever want it, I don't want to have to open packs to get it, but it'd probably still be not too hard to pick up later. Also, it's black, so tends to be in the color I play the most. Good. Just in case, we were lacking for Greasefang, here's another copy. All nice and shiny. Didn't know which one I might want. What if I want to play them all? What if I need to build some awesome rat ninja deck with vehicles and motorcycles? That could be important in my life, I don't know. Of all the characters, I thought this was the best. And that comes with knowing absolutely nothing and not reading any lore. I just looked at the card and said, that one. That's my favorite. Maybe I'll have to go read lore to find out if it's really somebody I like, because sometimes the cards are deceivingly different from the story. And, yep, that's our mail pack.